another Tasmanian crew, Freshwater Blue. That means that they've got more crews than one entered here today, and they've got through. And North Stain, that's the white crew of theirs. So Ulverston, Tasmania, 26-foot long, these surf boats, 4 rowers and a sweep. And by gee, Tasmania is so well represented from the north coast of New South Wales. Mollymook won a championship in famous conditions not so long ago, really, under the great Spazza Hurst. When he went down to Mollymook, there was a handful of people in the surf club, and he turned that year to a championship year for the Mollymook boat crew. So they're lined up waiting for the start now. And when you consider that Tasmania have 2 crews in this semi-final, that's an amazing record. And we've seen Charlene Best take out the board paddle for Ulverston. So the Tasmanians, you got a lot to cheer about down there. Well done. Freshwater, one of the real famous boat clubs. That's the blue team wearing the red and white hats. Big crowd down in the boat area. They love to see these crafts smash through the waves and set themselves up to come home. And we're almost ready for a start. No, the starter backing them back. What he's trying to do, Paul Smith, is get the most even start he can. We're down to the last 13 boats in this competition now.
Yes. Not only has he got to get the best start for the boats, he's got to sort of make it a very even moving out through the surf, Darryl.
Interesting to note there, the sweep of the Penguin crew is wearing sailing shoes. Now, that's to give him some grip on the bottom of the boat. Most of the boat sweeps will put sand and varnish on the bottom of the boat to rough it up so that when they're in the surf, they've got something to grab onto with their toes. This fellow's wearing shoes, and that's something I don't think I've ever seen before.
Interesting, he's got a wetsuit. You would have thought he'd be basking in sunshine, Darryl, up in Sydney compared to Tasmania. Moving out to sea.
Ulverston waiting for a start. Now, watch the explosion of the start. The costumes are pulled up by the rowers so that they've got bare skin to slide on those fiberglass seats. There's nothing worse than sliding on a seam, because at the end of a hard day's competition, you end up with some pretty bad blisters. So they hoist the cozies up and get the bare bottoms rubbing on the seats. Now, you'll see them go down. They're trying to hold their boat. They don't want to waste the energy. See getting set. The sweeper's looking and listening for the starter to give the order to get ready, and then there'll be an explosion into the boat, and the first 10 strokes vital here. They've got to smash through this white water and get out to the open sea as quickly as possible. So we're looking at Penguin, the crew that many experts on the beach here tipped them last Thursday to be the outright favourites to win this Australian surf boat final. In they go. First, there's the first stroke, second stroke, third stroke, banging away. Penguin getting away well. There's a lot of white water to get through at the moment. Penguin's boat's a little different in shape. We'll talk about that as the race progresses. One back shoot. One's out already. One's out already. The other 2 seem to have got held up a little bit. Penguin are out. Penguin out. Hard to see the other crews at the moment. Another crew's been held up badly.
Okay, Penguin got away to a pretty good start there. You can see Mollymook in trouble right on the edge. That's a shame for them, because almost certain now they will not qualify for the final.
So Mollymook out of contention. Bad luck.
End of their season, Darryl. It would break their hearts to get this far. They may come in empty and reload, but probably not.
I wouldn't think so. Too many crews are out. So Mollymook out, and they've rowed so well. There's the crews now. They're past the break and they're out. Now, an interesting comment you've made to me, Mark Rayburn. We're talking about these Tasmanian crews, the conditions they've got to train in.
Darryl, I went down to Tasmania a number of years ago and actually saw the Penguin guys train. They were training in absolutely atrocious conditions, freezing cold. The guys were training in wetsuits. They were wearing beanies. They wear gloves, booties. They have to cover themselves up completely. To have to put up with what they've done and to have 2 crews in the semi is just an unbelievable performance. And Tassie's coming to the fore. We're going to have a look at Mollymook.
Now, we'll see what's happened to Mollymook. Here they go. You can see the wave doubling up. The bow went down, smashed the water going into that boat. Look at the bowman. He's out of his seat. Mollymook driven back to sweep, pushes the oar out of the way. He doesn't want to break that or spear anybody in the boat. Bad luck, Mollymook. Gee, they're a champion club, and they're going to have another go. He's drained the boat. He's going to go out. I would think a waste of time, but I guess everybody's pumped up. It's an Australian Championship. It's a semi-final. See the pump working there, pumping the water out of the boat. There's a little pump there. It's got a battery driven on it. Away they go. Mollymook. Guts to them. They're going to keep going. Good on you, fellas, from Mollymook, the south coast. Away they go. Now out to sea, it's Freshwater. Look at Freshwater. They're getting nice length now. Plenty of strength coming out of that. The other interesting story about Tasmania, they were brought down here in the night time to get a feel of the ocean in the dark.
Yeah, the sweep brought them down on Friday night, 7 o'clock, pitch black, took them out and they went for a swim together. The reason being they wanted to get a feel of where the water's going, bit of movement in the ocean, and the sweep together with the crew. They just want to come to grips with what they're competing against.
Coming into the turn now, watch the sweep, there he goes. Works the oar, he's got his back to the beach at the moment. He can't see anything. Other crews going in. Great stuff here, this is what it's all like out here. Sweep swinging around. As Penguin come round now, you can see he had a quick look. Now he's got to keep the boat balanced. That's the hardest thing. You're turning around in the back of the boat and you don't want to upset your rowers. Now that boat is a Ray Burton boat. That's a totally different shape to the other boats that you're looking at. You can see it's got a higher bow. In fact, it's very much shaped like the single skis that you see the Burton skis in action. And I'm told they're very tippy on the wave, but they run very quickly. Here's Freshwater. They're running like guns at the moment.
Okay, now that's Bluey Myers from the Freshwater Club bringing them home. Right next to them we have North Stain, also in good shape. Mollymook heading out to sea. You can see how far behind. They're going to bank on the surf to help them by stopping the other crews. It looks like Freshwater, North Stain and the Penguin Club from Tasmania.
Another club that's done very well over the years. They've won Australian Championships, Coogee from the Sydney metropolitan area. They've got a brand new boat and their crew pulling away very nicely at the moment. Look at the length they're getting. Look at the length in the stroke now. The sweep's calling the shots for them. He's telling them where the other crews are. He's got to look at the wave area too. You'll see him bend his body. He bends his legs to go with the rhythm of the boat. There he goes now, tucking into the seas. Had a look. He's talking to the stroke. He's saying, give me more length. Up the rating a little bit. Coming into the drop zone now. Exciting race this, the first of the open boat semi-finals. Penguin, I don't know, they're trailing a little bit at the moment. Penguin, the boat doesn't seem to be handling the chop as well as the Freshwater's boat. That's a climber boat that Freshwater on. Here's a run, but here's Freshwater now, pulling down the top of this little run. In the wave area, there's not too much to assist them. They may have to row this one all the way. Only a little shore dump at the end of it as Freshwater come in hard. Look at the length they've got now. Freshy, they're in, no doubt about that. Down they come. Penguin, look at this beautiful shot of the crew rowing back or rolling back in their seats to get round the feet of the sweep. But Freshwater will come in first, no doubt about that. Penguin coming in this group here too. That's the flag area you see. So the favourite crew will get in second, no doubt about that. They've gone past in second. We'll pick up the other crews for you. Freshwater won that. There's the Freshwater crew, a magnificent row. Gee whiz, they won that pretty convincingly, no doubt about that. Oh, and one going over. One going over on this...
That's Ulverston from Tasmania, Darrell,
well.
right on the edge of the water.
So there you go, Ulverston in Tasmania finish upside down in the first semi-final. Back with more action. Stay with us, Australia. The sweep of this crew and a man that builds the boats. That's one of his boats. You saw the Ray Burton boat. That was the Penguin boat. And at the moment, Charles Stewart's in the boat area as we wait the line up. I believe he's got Bluey Myers from the Freshwater Club.
Thank you, Darryl. Yes, one of our more famous sweeps in open boats. Bluey, a good result for you guys. You're through again?
Yes, we're quite pleased with the result. And a surf like this, it's very chancy, and to get through to the next round, in this case the final, we're very pleased indeed.
Last year, runners-up?
Runners-up last year. We led all the way home, and Kurrawa come from away from behind us and knocked us off, so we hope we go one better this year.
Good luck, Bluey. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.